welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do a spotlight eye, also known as a halo eye. So I've already completed my face. I've put my primer, foundation, concealer, brows on, a little bit of contour as well. I haven't done the lips yet or the highlighter. The palette that I'm going to use today, this is like a drugstore palette I bought back in Ireland. It doesn't have a brand name, but it says it's called Glad Sheem. So before we get into this, if you're new here to my channel, my name is Christina, and if you would like to subscribe, you can down below. If you want to give this a thumbs up, you can also, and if you want to turn the notification bell on, that would be fantastic. Forgot to mention, I also primed my eyes. I used the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is an amazing eye primer, and I don't know how to get that to, it basically says, Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Original. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the transition shade. This is gonna be this one here, it's called Skylar, if that makes any difference to anybody. But I'm just picking up some of that product and I'm gonna pop that on. So I'm just pressing this into my crease and I am blending it up and away. So this shade should be a little bit darker than your skin tone, but not so dark that it will battle with your crease shade. So you want this to be one of the lightest colors that you apply. So as you can see, the color is mainly here and then we're just buffing it away. We don't need to worry too much about that because we'll go back in after. Do the exact same on the other side. So just to darken that up a little bit, I'm taking this shade and I'm going to apply it mainly on the very, very outside of the eyelid. Color and then dust it away. Always dust it away, because if you don't, you get too much product on one particular section of the eye and it makes it really, really difficult to blend. So remember, we're just focusing it here. Okay, so you can see the edges of this are all blah, blah, blah. So we want to blend that away. We need to take a different brush, a clean brush, and go back in with the same transition shade that we used at the very, very start. Large Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just going back into that color that we used at the very start, and that is just going to help to blend those edges away nicely. But I just want to go back in with that second shade with a very small Morphe brush. This is E36, and we are just going to focus the color right on the edge of that crease shade. That's really going to deepen and darken your crease shade and create that nice versatility. And do the same on the other side. Okay. And go back with our blending color. So you can use window wiper motions and you can use circular motions, but you just really want that edge to be super soft. You don't want to see where the color starts and stops. You just want it to be a nice blended shadow. The 36 brush, I'm taking that same shade that I used here. I'm going to take it on this brush and we're going to put it right on to this section of the eye. So you really want to keep that gap there because that's where you're going to put your shimmer color, and that's what's going to give you that halo effect. So just keep building that color. You can bring it slightly into the crease. Just to about there, and do the same on the other side. In with the transition shade and just buff and blend that inner corner. So now for the lid shade, we're going to use this golden color. So this is just going to help to give you a bright pop of color, which is your halo / spotlight color. Ring finger, this is super easy to do, and you just really want to place that color on those areas that don't have any color. So you don't need to worry too much about blending it, because we're going to take a little brush and blend it out at the sides. Now we have that really nice pop of color in the middle. And now we're going to start on the lower lash line. So this is going to be the first brush that we use. We want this to be quite detailed and we want the brush to be small so it's got precision. And we're just going to go in with the transition shade that we used, exactly the same format. So the first color is the transition shade, same for the lower lashes. Now I'm taking an even smaller Morphe M124 and I'm taking up that dark color that we used in the crease, and that's going even closer to the lash line. So I don't want the look to be too dark or too intense, so I'm going to pop on a little bit of white eyeliner just on the inside of the eye to keep the eye open. Now for some mascara. Popping on some lashes. I have the lashes on. Now I'm going to put on a little bit of blusher. This is NARS. For the lip liner, I'm going to use Soar by MAC. This is one of MAC's most famous lip liners and I love it. So this is the finished look. The spotlight eye. To briefly recap, the main colors want to be focused on the first third and the third third. So these are the darkest parts of the eye, and then you're putting the shimmer just on the middle like a spotlight, and then you want to do the exact same thing on the lower lash line as you did on the top. You first start with a transition shade and then you apply the crease shade right up into the lash line of the lower lashes. Hopefully that made a bit of sense. I tried to compact it and not make it overly complicated. I find sometimes these 20-30 minute videos for like the regular person who just wants to learn, you know, quick. You're not like a professional makeup artist and you're getting really into the nitty-gritty. These videos are a lot more beneficial in my opinion. Let me know in the comments. I could be completely wrong. So if you aren't already following me, please do. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing this button down here. You can also like this video by giving it a thumbs up. That would be fantastic. And if you wanted to, you could also put on the notification bell. If you also want to follow me on Instagram, you can. It's at CMB Bahrain MUA, and on TikTok, it is at Christina TikTok1, where you will see lots of weird and wonderful things. Super hope you learned something from this, guys. Love you lots, and I will see you soon, angels. Mwah!